How old are you?
32?
Do you feel like dating has gotten easier for you?
Oh no. No, I stay home. No more dating for me. That.
Why not?
Nobody's loyal these days.
Nobody's loyal?
Oh.
Are you sure?
No, that's simply not true. There are plenty of loyal men out there. It's the fact that you keep choosing men who have the option to be disloyal. The modern dating market is incredibly unkind to loyal men simply because they don't meet arbitrary standards met by modern women. So most of us just checked out and left Chad and simps to remain in the market. But even with that said, I have to give her a minimum amount of credit here because she's openly lacking the delusion that most women her age possess by actively acknowledging that she doesn't belong in the dating market. But that's like placing second at the belly flop competition at summer camp. It doesn't mean nearly as much as you think.
Why do you feel that way?
That's just how it is nowadays. Everybody's talking to a bunch of people, so it's not even worth it.
I mean, but isn't that what you do when you're single?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
So in your mind, how would you want to meet your husband?
I don't. I've already put in my mind that I'm done. I have my son and that's it. It's just me and my son. We're gonna travel the world and that's it.
Congratulations!
It's a known fact. Loyalty hasn't been a virtue in modern dating since 2008. When modern women enter the dating market, they are encouraged to have rosters of men to use them for whatever gain they possibly can and to settle for nothing short of an insanely wealthy Spartan god. But after she turns 30 or after she's pooped out a kid or two, whichever comes first, all of a sudden the man has a roster and it's a disgrace. Your past isn't a chalkboard, woman. You can't easily erase it when it suits you. If you want to blame anyone, don't look at the men, look in the mirror.
So would you be more inclined to dating a guy who also had a child?
Yeah.
So how long would you see a guy before you get intimate with him?
I don't know. That's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes we just need dick every now and then.
I feel shocked.
Of all the facts that we know about modern women and single mothers, the only thing you're willing to be honest about is something we already know in spades. You want someone to play with your overused bog cavern of insecurity every once in a while. Well, color me shocked. Well, actually, you want Tyrone services in that regard. So in actuality, you're still willing to date, but you refuse to admit that all you want is Raphael to take care of you in the bedroom. So I guess that explains why you're out on the streets tonight instead of being at home with your kid. You must feel a sense of belonging in that place.
Checkmate. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Dang.
Yo, I'm gonna be single forever. I remember a time where men who were cheaters kept it a secret. They would run around hiding the fact that they had girlfriends, that they had wives, and they would be out in the street posing as, single men. That is no longer the case.
And I can remember a much simpler and dignified time when cheating in general was considered extremely scandalous regardless if it was either a man or a woman. If you throw a pebble, you're gonna hit a minimum of 12 dozen videos of women proudly proclaiming that they cheat on their boyfriends all the time, and for some reason, which only makes sense in their polluted minds, it's somehow either empowering or justified for petty reasons. So if women aren't going to bother hiding the blatant corruption of their unsacred pits of solitary validation, then why should the men? Oh wait, I forgot, it's different when you do it. There I go, using logic again. I keep forgetting that such things go way over your head. I apologize, my mistake.
The amount of men that post a cute picture of them and their girlfriend and then slide into my DMs like the sleazy dogs they are is embarrassing. Like, they don't even try to hide the fact that they're in a relationship. They don't try to hide it. And I'm just thinking to myself, I wish they fucking tagged their women or their wives or girlfriends in their pictures, because I will snitch so fast. And not only are they sliding them into my DMs, but they are begging. They're begging. Fucking embarrassing themselves. Like, they don't have beautiful, gorgeous queens at home who are already out of their league. It's dangerous out there, ladies.
Assuming what you say is true, which rest assured it's most certainly not, you're saying that you're not upset over the fact that you're obviously the side chick. You're upset that the guy in question is making it known from the get-go that you would be the side chick. So under that rationale, you'd have absolutely no problem with the guy hiding his legitimate relationship from you and taking you out to do the no pants dance for a few weeks, have you find out after he gets bored and then ghost you? Seems to me like you don't know why you're upset, because that sounds just as bad. Trust me, sister, if these guys really did have hot girlfriends, you should be flattered that they're slumming it with you, because the only thing hot about you is the grease from your fried chicken dinners.
Indeed. All right, guys. So, welcome to the TED Talk that no one asked for. You're welcome. When you date a single mom, do not ask to meet her child. Just don't. Like, let it all be fun and games if that's what you want, but make it known. Because once you meet my child, that's me investing in you.
Well, something about that is just downright unsettling.
Woman, just because you got spurned by a dude, it doesn't make you a representation for all women everywhere. But since we're on the subject, I can actually do you one better. The first rule for dating a single mom is that you don't date a single mom. A single mom is single for a reason. And whatever that reason is, generally speaking, it involves unresolved baggage and trust issues. And if you're gonna have fun times with a single mom, then don't be surprised if she makes that baggage your problem. The risks completely outweigh the rewards in this regard, so it's probably just a good idea to stay away from single moms in general. I always figured this stuff was kind of general knowledge and it doesn't require a TED Talk, but what are you gonna do?
Once you meet my child, I apply pressure. And there are expectations, okay? If you cannot take or don't want the pressure or the expectations, don't fucking include my child in that shit. It's stupid, and apparently it needs to be said because, I don't know, people are just dumb. But in reality, if you do not want the pressure or the expectations, don't ask to be involved in my kid's life. Do not ask to meet my kid. Do not say, hey, I'll take you and your kid out. No. If you want to have fun, let's have fun. If you're not ready for the pressure and the expectations, don't go there.
Right, but who controls access to that part of your life? You don't seem very smart, so I'll give you a hint. It's not the dude you're banging. Nobody forced you to let that guy into your life. That is all on you, sister. And what exactly are these pressures and expectations? Why, nothing short of the complete financial support of your child, of course. Anything else you would consider an insult. If a man shows even the slightest interest in wanting to be with you, you're going to immediately tell him that he will not be allowed to help parent your child, but he will most certainly be on the hook for the child's upkeep, food, and your desire to never work again. This is yet another reason why it's just best to let sleeping dogs lie and let single mothers lay alone in their beds. They made that bed, and men should have nothing to do with it.
Do you please maybe help me?
No way! This is your dishwashing liquid! You soak in it!
Because now, I don't even know who I'm hurting for. If I'm hurting for me, or if I'm hurting for the little girl that's saying your name and asking where you're at. How is that fair to anyone in this situation? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
That's not my problem. It's yours.
What did you think was gonna happen? A marriage proposal? If this guy left you, he most certainly isn't going to care if you're hurting. Once a man realizes the unfair amount of expectations you demand up front, do you honestly think they're gonna put up with any of that? Especially when you're going to demand it the second you introduce him to your kid? Of course not. Why should they? What makes you so special? You are not adding anything onto this guy's life to make it better. Only financial and psychological burdens. That is a rotten bill of goods, and no man worth his weight in salt would ever accept that. And rest assured, self-respecting men have enough problems without your crap being added into the mix. And that is how you do a TED Talk.
I'm dating in my 50s. Of course I've been dumped by text twice. I'm dating in my 50s. Of course I'm lying when I say it's okay when your little soldier doesn't work. I'm dating in my 50s. Of course I don't want to hear you complain about your ex-wife constantly.
And here we go.
You're dating in your 50s. Of course you've been ghosted 37 times. You're dating in your 50s. Of course your stench down there is gonna turn off men. You're dating in your 50s. Of course we don't want to hear about how your husband is banging a hotter woman who's 30 years younger than you. Constantly. You're dating in your 50s. Of course men don't want to be seen with you in public. You're dating in your 50s. Of course you need 18 pounds of makeup and 3 filters before posting anything onto the internet. You're dating in your 50s. Of course men aren't going to be able to perform after seeing you naked.
I'm dating in my 50s. I have a peaceful co-parenting relationship, and I expect you to have one too. I'm dating in my 50s. I'm not going to put up with any of your bullshit. I'm dating in my 50s. Of course you should have a shirtless bathroom selfie while holding a fish. It's amazing for me. Such a turn on.
Let's do this.
You're dating in your 50s. The men who use you for physical pleasure don't care about your kids. You're dating in your 50s. You're lucky to get a 6-digit phone number from men. You're dating in your 50s, and it's shocking how many men are willing to lower their standards. You're dating in your 50s, and men aren't gonna put up with your menopause. You're dating in your 50s. You're one birthday away from offering men butterscotch candies as they leave your house in the morning. You're dating in your 50s. If a man posts a shirtless photo of a fish, that's only because that fish is more attractive than what you're packing downstairs.
I'm dating in my 50s. Yet I'm not a gold digger. Who knew? I'm dating in my 50s. Of course we should be able to communicate. But I don't need to track you every day. I'm dating in my 50s, and I can promise you 2 things. I'm more fun and funnier than your last girlfriend.
Let's play.
You're dating in your 50s. Men aren't gonna give you a penny for what you have to offer. You're dating in your 50s. If a man communicates with you, it's simply because he's got an itch that you can easily scratch, so long as the lights are off and the room is pitch black. You're dating in your 50s, and you're so delusional that you're still willing to call it dating. You're dating in your 50s. You're not fun or funny. You're easy and funny looking. There is a difference. You're dating in your 50s, and by the time you're in your 60s, you won't even be good for a pump and dump. So enjoy it while you can. You're going into the desert of old age. It's lonely, dry, and dusty, much like the future of your innards. You're dating in your 50s, and with your body count, it's only a matter of time before a man breaks your hip in the bedroom. That's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. As always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell so we can give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for checking out the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.